Go to a club in Liverpool in the very early days, and you'd be in the dressing room ready to sort of go on, and you'd have your little list of songs you were going to do.
Covers.
Covers, yeah. And you'd hear the other band doing them. You're like, oh no. And I used to do Long Tall Sally, wow, Long Tall Sally, and you suddenly hear, Long Tall Sally, oh no. Okay, we've got to do it, because we haven't got enough songs not to do it, so I'm just going to have to do it better than he did it. But still, you know, we're repeating their act. And so that's what happened. So we thought we've got to have something that they won't know. So that's actually really why we started getting serious about writing. So we thought if we have a couple they don't know, they can't nick them.
No, they can't, can they?
So that's funny, you know, you think, oh, the start of a writing must have been a great muse or a great magic moment. It was really to stop them doing our stuff. So we did that. And it just developed, really. You know, we didn't want to bore ourselves, so we didn't want to make the same song twice. And you know, a lot of people doing records, they get a winning formula, and so they repeat it. It's probably their producer makes them do it. Right. But we always spotted that happening, you know, and we go, don't want to do that. So if you listen to a lot of Beatles stuff, the songs are completely different. There's like sort of, you know, Eleanor Rigby, and then there's Octopus's Garden, and there's Strawberry Fields, and there's Penny Lane, or whatever, you know, but they're all quite different. Yeah. And that was only because we just would have got bored if they were all the same. I mean, you hear like the Supremes in Motown, Diana Ross's group. Those records are very similar. Stop in the name of love, or baby love, and they're all very similar things, and we wanted to avoid that. So I think that was one of the good things for us, because we just kept on going and never sort of did the same song twice. We were recording it, you know, he had his iPhone out and his engineers, they've got little mics out, so they're recording anything that moves, you know, because it's ingredients for him, you know, he's going to. So I didn't hear anything back for months. And I thought, I can't ring him. Kanye, did you do anything with that stuff we did? I can't do that. So just be cool, Paul, be cool. Leave it. It's cool. So I left it, and then, so one of the other things we were doing was I told him about my song Let It Be. And I said, another little chatting session, and I said, what had happened was, in the 60s, when I was a bit wiped out and, you know, doing too much of everything, and I'd been asleep one night, and I had a dream with my mum, who died probably about 10 years previously, came to me in the dream. And it was a beautiful moment, you know, because anyone who's lost someone, when they come back in your dream, it's like, they're there again. And you have to kind of pinch yourself and, you know, but anyway, you're with them. And she was with me, and she kind of knew I was, you know, been doing too much. And she was very soothing, and I was loving it. And she said, don't worry, it's all going to be okay. Let it be. And I woke up going, oh, let it be. And I was very sort of inspired, and I wrote the song. So I was telling Kanye this story, and he said, I'm gonna write a song like, because his mum died in tragic circumstances. God, don't ask. But anyway, so he said, I'm going to write a song because if it's from my mum. So I just sat down at this little piano we had in the room, and I was busking some chords to try and get the thing, and he started doing this, singing, rapping along with it. And that turned out to be a song called Only One, which was the first one that came out of these sessions. So that came back to me. Still, I was cool. I was not going to say any more, you know. And then suddenly out of the blue, I get this thing, and it's a Rihanna song. And I go, well, where am I? You know, am I on this? Did I have anything to do with it? And it turns out they sped it up. So the thing I'm doing is quite funky, sort of slow thing. And they sped it up anyway. So I couldn't recognize it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And actually, in the middle of the record, if you hear it, you know, it's 4 or 5 seconds. If you hear it, there's a little voice goes, "What about a history?" That's me.